What's up, y'all? My name's Ashton. Welcome back to Lady Meadowbang. So I've got this 1963 Honda CL72. It is a 250cc engine, and as I said in the previous video, on my first look, I got it running back in 2020. And I had to park it because I was a little bit in over my head. Then it got fire damaged, so now I have to go back over all of the electrical stuff and replace a lot of wiring. It looks pretty rough, but I think that I'll be able to bring it back a little bit. I also have a box of parts that we're gonna go through, see what belongs on the bike, see what we can use, and I'm gonna try to make this the most budget-friendly build that I can.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Like I said in the last video as well, I'm gonna try to fabricate some stuff if I can, and I might have to finally learn how to weld. I do have a welder that I anticipated needing a while back, got it for sale at Hobo Freight, and I still have yet to use it, so I think this is finally gonna be the project that I'm gonna need to use it on. I got a brand new wiring harness all the way from Thailand. I've also got the original battery that I bought for it. It's a lithium battery, and you push a little button on the top to see if it's holding a charge. It's still holding a charge, however, the outside of the battery kind of has some heat damage to it. It's like bubbled up and gross. The plastic got too hot, and I'm afraid of it. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen a lithium battery explode, but I'm not interested in having a lithium battery explode in this workshop with my face probably less than a foot away. So I've got a new battery on the way. Also, hope you're liking the new wide angle lens that I got, so you can see more than just me or the bike. You can see my whole shop. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of this bike. It's pretty rough. So as you can see from some of the paint coming off here, this was one of the blue CL72s. They came with gray and black, gray and blue, and gray and red. So this is one of the blue ones. At some point, someone painted it this copper color. The tank was also the copper color when I got it. I stripped it. I don't know why you would paint it this color. It has aftermarket grips. I have the throttle grip for the other side here. I've actually seen the same grip and throttle tube used on old Triumphs. So I think they might be Wiseco brand. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Also, anyone watching, if you can help me source some knee pads that aren't super expensive. I don't care about new old stock at all. Just something, the cheapest ones for a 1963 CL72 or CL77 knee pads. Please let me know. I made my own spark plug wires. So these got melted. This is looking kind of rough because I didn't realize it at the time, but I had stored it without the cover on this, so I'm not gonna screw around with these points and trying to get them clean. I've got new points on the way. I just need to clean up the shaft right there. I also stored it without, because I was so dumb, I borrowed these spark plugs out of this thing and never replaced them, so it sat outside covered but without spark plugs in the cylinder. So I put a little bit of Marble mystery oil down in there and it turns over fine. So you can see the side cover has had a bunch of holes drilled in it, and I think that that was an honest attempt to reduce weight on this thing. I got it kicking over just fine. Guess I could also do compression tests since it did get pretty hot. All right, so this is my original bin that I got from Norm when he gave me the bike. Let's see what we got in here. So, got the toolbox. So it's supposed to be flat, or is that bent? Just something else I'm gonna have to repaint. Again, got that blue paint underneath it. So got the toolbox. I'm definitely gonna put that back on there because it's pretty sweet. I got my, let's see. So I've got my side covers, and then here's the right side. It's got a little ding in it, but I'm not gonna put too much labor into this bike because I want it to look kind of like a rough and dirty bike. So this is a headlight. It's not the original one, it's black. The original one is on the bike. You can see the blue coming out from under it. It's got this sweet chrome horn that actually is part of the headlight bucket, which I really like. I wonder if it still works. Pretty sweet. There's there. So I might use this because I'm planning on going black with the bike. Oh, I do want to show you guys, I do have the original pipes. So lucked out on that. Looks like I've got something that's broken here, but it's not too rough. But these pipes are decent. There's a little bit of surface rust on this heat guard, and I don't think I have the other heat guard. That's been wallered out. We'll see. Once I start putting things back on here, which will be pretty soon, I'll see what I gotta fix, what I can fix and what I can't. Here's the other throttle. This is a throttle sleeve I was talking about. So I've seen these on a couple old British bikes, so I'm wondering if they're like Wiseco brand. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments what this is. This is definitely aftermarket. It did not come stock on the bike. Just another reason why I really think that this bike was raced, because the bikes that I have seen these on were old trials bikes like Triumphs and VSAs and stuff. People were actually racing them. So if I can use this, I'm gonna use this. It's so cool. I just love this aluminum housing. It's pretty sweet. So we're gonna put that on the bike for sure. I have a replacement cover. I guess I ordered this, did not remember that I ordered it, but I was already looking to buy one of these on eBay last week. And then I came out here, took a quick peek, and I took a quick peek into my bin and realized I already had one. So I'm glad I didn't order a new one. All I really want now is the clutch adjuster screw that goes here, because that one is super boogered up. Because like I said, another clue that somebody was racing with it is they were messing with the clutch a lot and they really screwed that up. Get it? Screwed. It's not too bad on the inside. I'm sure I got a pretty good deal on it. This is a cover for the top of the engine. So these are little brass floats for the carb. So I've got one of those. I think this is a swing arm bolt. Got a couple of mirrors. Skid plate. Look at that. The patina. Love it. All right. So I've got my cover, points cover, and I've got my dynamo cover. Sweet. So that goes on the bike. So this was on the bike, and it was where the oil dipstick is that comes off the top of the bike. And I'm not sure what it is. It's been like super boogered up. Let's see if I can open it up. What the hell is this? Is this like an old oil? Is it like an old oil filter? There's definitely gunk in it. Kind of looks like one. Is that what this is? What is this? Somebody let me know. I know a lot of you old school guys, actually mostly old school guys, watch my channel. So like apparently 100% of my viewership is male, which makes sense. I know you boys love your motorcycles, but then the rest is like 85% of those are males between the ages of like 45 and 65. So I know somebody out there knows what this is. I feel like a lot of the older guys really like these 60s Hondas. And who could blame them? They're pretty cool. I love an old machine, so. I'm gonna do a compression check on my cylinders to see where we're at. It has new piston rings in it. Compression kit from Hobo Freight. So I watch this channel, this guy, he's mega popular and he says Hobo Freight. So if you guys know who I'm talking about, I'm not gonna give it away. He's got like 1 million subscribers or something at this point. I will oftentimes say things that I've heard him say. Sparkles and Sparkulator and Fuel Make It Happener and Hobo Freight, because I watch him so much. All right, so unfortunately my Kickstarter doesn't pop back, so we'll see. Let me move the camera here so you guys can see. All right. Well, 30. That went right up to 30. That one's got 40, 50-ish.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
So not good. I got one at 50-ish and one at 60. 50. One at 50 and one at 30.
The next day.
Okay guys, sad truth, did not pass the compression test. Bummer. So, compression test fail. I'm getting maybe 30 PSI on this cylinder and 40 on the other one. Throttle, make sure the throttle was wide open on the carbs. I could adjust the valves and see if that helps, but I took a peek with the bore scope into the cylinders. There's some rust in there, and then I put the bore scope in through the intake and the exhaust, and it looks like the valves have some rust on them as well. That is the price I pay for neglecting this bike. So,
Idiot.
I thought about it, and knowing what I know now, not remembering doing a compression test after I rebuilt the top end anyway, I think that I need to lap the valves anyway, and I need to deck the cylinder. I need to deck the head. So I didn't do that before. I want to do a good job. If anything, the engine needs, I want to make sure the engine is solid. So I'm going to pull the engine again. I was gonna pull the engine at some point anyway. I just was not expecting to have to rebuild the top end again. So one thing of note, when I had the bore scope down in here, I could actually read the top of the pistons. These are 3 over pistons, not 1 over. The compression's worse than it was when I initially got the bike. I need to deck the head and make sure that I'm gonna get a good seal. I'm getting a good seal on the cylinder gasket. I'm sure that the valves need to be lapped, and I'm gonna lap them and do my best. I will measure the valve seats and see if those are good. If they're not, I don't really know, because I'm not sending this thing off to get machined. I'll probably sell it and buy a new one. Oh, I might put a 350 in here, I don't know. Probably not. No, we're not doing that. But let's go ahead and get this engine pulled. Yeah, just kind of retrospectively looking back at how little I knew versus how much now I realize there's so much I don't know. I think you get to a point where you do realize like just how much there is to know about something, and knowing how little I knew compared to what all there is to know about these bikes. It's a little crazy that I was able to get this thing running. But you know, all you do is I found a shop manual, like a Honda shop manual for like the techs, the actual mechanics that worked at Honda and were like servicing these. Look at this. This is all nasty and sticky. And if I can, I'm going to salvage some of these wires and put them in my wire kit. For my wrench, I have put this, I think I put this choke back on backwards. That was smart of me. I probably didn't even realize it was the choke. I'm actually now seeing I just put the carbs on backwards. Maybe I could give myself some credit knowing that I was just gonna take everything back off anyway. But I don't see why I would have put the carbs on the wrong side, so. Wow, I wish this would just like, you know what? You'd get a clue and help myself here. Dang. Woof. Oh, great. I'm just clipping this. Not even messing with this. I don't want to undo this linkage while it's just on here like that. All right. Backwards. Carbs are off. The orange hammer that everyone has. And I think a lot of you guys that work on these old bikes know it's better to just go ahead and get this bad boy out. Super crunchy. I'm just gonna take this points plate off. I'll admit something super embarrassing. I always wire up points wrong where they're not like connected correctly. So then I'm always like, why won't the bike start? Why won't the bike start? And it's because I don't wire them up, the little insulators and everything. I always wire them up in the wrong order. It's one of those things where the question's like so stupid you can't even find the answer to it on the internet. So I have to like trial and error figure out where the connector goes, like on the insulator with the nut and the washers, and because it's just like, duh. I can't even Google it, it's so stupid. All right. I just realized I need to drain the oil out of this because I will be messing with this thing and decide, oh, I'll take the side cover off. And then I'll get oil everywhere. Probably wouldn't be bad. Also, let's take a look and see how much water got down into the crankcase here for me being a dumbass and storing this without spark plugs. Whew. All right, I hope y'all appreciate the lengths I've gone to get this current camera angle. Come on now. Let me use this thing so I don't bust my ratchet. Ooh, I'm nervous. Here it comes. Let's see. Well, it's brand new still because I only ran the bike once. I think I see some white lithium grease. Yeah, that's definitely white. I think it's that some white lithium grease that I put on something, but I'm not sure. It was probably, you know, around a gasket somewhere. So I got all the bolts out. I thought I took the studs off of the exhaust, like where the pipes connect. I had to take those out or it won't come through the frame. But the whole time I'm like kind of looking at this and I'm like, what is that? What is that? Yeah, it was the last bolt and I've been like fighting with this engine. I'm like, I know it's heavy, but it's not that heavy. It should be moving. And I'm like, not like really weak. So I'm kind of like, why isn't this budging? And then of course I get it out and I can like move this. All right, so I'm not gonna tip the frame over. I'm just gonna do this. And also I threw out my back last week. So let me see if I can lift this bad boy out with my lower spine. Reason number 56 why I need a motorcycle lift. Maybe I will be tipping this frame on the side. Yes, it's out. I'm crushing my hand. Oh no, it's not out. Oh my gosh, guys. I just pulled this engine out of here. I thought I was recording. I was not. So part of me is glad because I like to be like full disclosure on this channel. So I would have included the whole horrible thing. I don't remember this engine being this heavy before, so I think I made a feminism joke. I don't know. Unbelievable. I still cannot believe I like knew I hit record. I got my work cut out for me. Not only does it like look horrible, there's like no compression, not enough, barely any. So hopefully, like I already said before, we can fix that. Some valve lapping and making sure our gaskets are nice and everything, all our surfaces are nice and even. So we'll do that. I've also got to extract these stud bolts on the top. I think this one has like 6 washers on it. So that could also be why I don't have any compression, or my compression's really bad, is because these acorn nuts are not nice and tight to the top of the cylinder. So I'm going to get a stud extractor and see if I can get the right length studs. Parts are kind of hard to come by. They're very expensive if you can find them. Some things are. some stuff, you know, you can are interchangeable. But so with that being said, I'm gonna need some money. So I started a Patreon. So you just go over there. It's like $7 a month. I'm not asking, I'm telling. Go over to my Patreon and sign up.
Because she can't afford it.
No, ma'am, I'm afraid that's not allowed.
Help me, I'm poor.
No.
Listen,
If you're afraid of that kind of commitment, I have stickers for sale. They're $5. There's a link below. Go to my Etsy store, grab a sticker, it'll help out. Also, I almost have 700 subscribers. 300 more, and I'm to 1,000 subscribers. Please hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I don't know why you haven't, but I mean, you don't have to subscribe, but.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
All right, that's it for this episode. Next episode, I'm going to be lapping the valves, decking the head, trying to get compression back in this bad boy, and we'll see where fate, destiny takes us. So say hi in the comments, stay classy, catch you on the next one.